What's up, everybody? This is Oshi again, and as I said with my last video, I'll be reacting to another Korean-related video, which is for a little movie you probably might have heard called Peninsula. It's basically a sequel to Train to Busan. It's been in the works for quite some time. I mean, I've heard news about it. I even heard of, you know, an American remake of Train to Busan, and I still don't know what to feel about that. But with this one, it's kind of like the same feeling I had with the remake that, it's unnecessary. For me, Train to Busan is kind of like that one of those movies that you feel like it should be like a one-time thing. It does not need a sequel. And even World War Z for me was supposed to be a one-time thing. I don't care if it's a franchise or not. The movie itself is fine. And I really compared Train to Busan heavily to World War Z, but Train to Busan was better. The setting itself is so claustrophobic that makes you, it gets you engaged every frame that the movie is in. Like every frame that the characters are in, you feel engaged because there's like a little space of safety for them. Imagine being stuck in a train full of zombies. Do you know how hard that would be? I mean, World War Z had the same zombies like Train to Busan did, except for the line of sight thingy, which was I still don't understand that. I mean, I understand how it works. I just don't understand how that's a thing in the zombie lore. The characters in that movie, like the main protagonist, if I should say, Brad Pitt, and the gang, they move around a lot, like all across the world to search for the origin of the virus. So it kind of takes out that claustrophobic feel that Train to Busan has, which is the thing that I loved with Train to Busan. So with this being a sequel, I don't know what to expect with it. I don't know if the original characters would still even return. Maybe this is something kind of like a spin-off movie of sorts, being set in the same universe, but it's kind of different. It has different characters. I remember when I first heard it that it was supposed to be a prequel of sorts. I don't think that's the case anymore. So let's go ahead and stop talking and watch the trailer. By the way, I'm not wearing those again because it's only for ITZY, and ITZY deserves that. Train to Busan, I mean, it's a hardcore thing. You don't want to do that. So, Jung Hyun Lee. Why does that name seem familiar with Byung Hun Lee? You guys don't know Byung Hun Lee? He's the guy from Jejo, Storm Shadow. Yeah, that guy. 4 years? That's okay. At first it was sketchy, but it's a terrifying visual. Don't tell me those are the characters from the first movie. And an abandoned world. I like where this is going though. Okay, so it has that element from Resident Evil Extinction now, where some humans actually just offer stuff for the zombies, like kind of that thing. This seems a lot more intense though. It's not claustrophobic, however, which is kind of a bad thing for me. What? Wait a minute. Let me just go ahead and see that again. Sorry. Wait, I can't stop taking it out of my head that it seems like this bullshit seems like the one from GTA 4. No, GTA 5 or GTA Online. That fucking RC that always kills you in every mission that you're in and online that they have like. I swear to God, I stopped playing GTA 5 after they released this bullshit. So yeah.
많이 무서웠죠.
I mean, shit, kid, you should be scared as well. Okay, so here's the thing that I would want to address for a moment, and it stopped recording because goddamn. What I wanted to say was, here's the kicker for me with movies from Korea. I don't despise them for their style, But there are a couple of scenes that I really feel sketchy about. Not like only CGI sketchy, but their style kind of sketchy. Let me just look for some. Not necessarily that one. Actually, that one was terrifying to look at. Like it's kind of like, wait, let me just pause this. It's kind of like something you would see from the movie The Thing. I don't know if you guys have watched that. Great movie, by the way. So, I know I've seen it somewhere in this trailer. That felt funny. It's like freestyler zombie, but yeah, sure. Just give me a few minutes here. Okay, that bullshit. Okay. See, it's not just like the thing in CGI. I mean, the CGI, I think it needs some work still, but the way they try to do, like the way they try to induce intensity in their scenes, I don't know if it makes sense, but it's kind of like edited in a way that it's supposed to be intense, but the way it's edited, like it's sometimes things move a little too fast forwarded, but they're too cardboard that it feels a bit cheap. Okay, I would say that. There's one scene in particular that really stood out. That one. Okay, there. That one. It really looks sketchy. I mean, it's intense for sure. Like, who would not be terrified if, like, you're driving for safety, then some fucking random zombie just comes out in the corner and jumps at you? But the way it's edited, like, I know it's supposed to be an intense movie, but if you're editing it that hard to make it look intense but not feel intense, and you know, it's still like a cardboard cutout for some reason, it really steals the whole scene for me. But I know it's just a minor thing because this is I still haven't watched the whole movie. The whole movie would probably feel a lot more different. I hope it would not be all that. But if it ends up like that, I'm gonna have a bad time. But yeah, the first movie worked for me because even though it had those kind of style, it worked for me because it's not. They don't necessarily have to do it in a kind of an elaborate way. Like I said, it's a claustrophobic space. You can only do so much in a four-cornered space. But I hope this movie turns out better. I don't know the characters in this movie. They're probably the same people, like the woman and the little woman. I don't know why I said it that way. But yeah, these two, they could probably be the survivors of the first movie, like the mom and the daughter of the guy who died. And they could probably be that one, but I'm not sure. I have no idea, and I still have no idea about this guy. I get the gist of this movie. It's nothing really new because it's something of a staple in apocalyptic movies. I just hope that they don't mess that up. I don't care if they're not as revolutionary as Train to Busan. Like, for example, what Mile 22 did in their own premise. They were supposed to be something of like a standard action movie, but they even failed to get that standards up. So, with that being said, I kind of enjoyed this trailer. Anything from that universe, I would probably give it a go. So, at this point, it would just come down on when it would release. And if it would even be released in the cinemas.
Rip.
If you liked my reaction, please click the like button down below, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and consider sharing this with your friends because it will go a long way. See you in the next video. Peace out.